Hello all. Today's class is on paper 1, a unit in paper 1 called is Information and Communication Technology or ICT. We'll be going into details of what ICT is and let's see what are the contents. So we'll be dealing with general abbreviations, terminology, basics of internet, intranet, email, audio, video conferencing. Those are the tools for education and also digital initiatives in higher education. This is a very important topic because all the time, every year, you get a lot of questions from this unit because ICT is something which is new and it never gets old also because it's we are all dependent on technology for even this class that you're watching or viewing or even listening. This is possible only due to this information technology, right? You might be in any part of the world. I am sitting here in the comfort of my home taking classes for you, and this is all possible only due to information technology. Now, ICT stands for Information and Communication Technology. Now, what is IT? What is the difference between IT and ICT? What is the C in between? C in between is communication. So that is all. IT is simply information technology, and when there is a communication element coming in, that is called as ICT. Okay. It refers to a broad term that encompasses all technology used to manipulate and communicate information. So it's everything about communication. Okay. When you want to communicate something, you use ICT. Okay. All the other things related to IT field, programming and all that is different. That comes specifically for IT. And when you are using IT for communication, you call it ICT. Okay. All hardware, software used to store, retrieve, transmit, manipulate data, as well as various means of communications like the internet. So everything, whatever we use for a class like this is ICT. In the context of education, ICT refers to the integration or, coming together of all technologies to enhance the teaching and learning process. When we use technology to learn or teach, that is called ICT. Okay. Uses of what all do we use? Computer, educational software, internet, digital tools to facilitate and improve education. This can lead to what is the benefit of using technology in education. In a conventional classroom environment, there is a teacher, there will be students, it will be a desk and bench or table and chair for the students, and the teacher will be teaching from a blackboard with the use of books, etc. In terms of ICT, when you are using information and communication technology, you have different tools. Okay, you might be you do remote learning, you can sit at home and learn, and there are various possibilities which is not possible in the conventional form. Now let's go to the common abbreviations. A lot of questions come from here, so please note down these abbreviations. Every time there will be a question like what expand this, and there will be given 4 choices will be given, and you will have to choose what is the correct correct full form. Now IT, as I've mentioned earlier, information technology, use of anything, computer, network technologies to store, process, transform, transmit, retrieve information. So everything, it's information technology. It's the most basic one. And ICT, when you add a little communication into it, it's information and communication technology. LAN is local area network. It is when there are a network of interconnected computers or devices within a small area like a home, office, building. And WAN, just like LAN, you are replacing the L with a W. It is when this is local, this is wide area network. A network that covers a broad area like city, country, or even global connections. So that is what is a WAN. Now, ISP is an internet service provider. It is a company or an organization that provide internet access. So in this, what we have to learn is all the full forms. You need to know what is ISP. It is internet service provider. URL, uniform resource locator. Now, URL, I'm sure you all know, we have all seen link, you asked me for the link for the class. To join the class, you ask for the link, right? So that is what is, when you click on that URL, you are redirected to a page. Okay. So that URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. Just remember this locator term. That is, when you're clicking on the URL, you are going to a location. That is, you're going to a page where you can attend something or anything. It might be a YouTube link or anything. So a web address that specifies the location of a resource on the internet. So it is Uniform Resource Locator. IP address is the internet protocol. So IP stands for internet protocol. So we know that it is a unique numerical number every device that you use, if it is your, computer and all will have different IP addresses. So I'm sure you must have heard, to track somebody, if they are, who is sending you the anonymous email, how do you track them? With the help of the IP address, right? Whatever device they are using to access the internet. Now, HTTP, I'm sure in the URL or the link that you see of any website, you see the HTTP address, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It is, of course, used for transmitting data over the internet. And when there is an S attached to it, it means that Hypertext Transfer Protocol secure. It is a secure version of HTTP that uses encryption for enhanced security. All the good websites will have HTTPS, because it's the website will be more secure if it is HTTPS. And sometimes if you have a good antivirus which is installed in your computer, and if you are trying to access a website which is not very secure, like with only the HTTP, the antivirus will give you a message that you're going to a unsafe location. Do you want to continue or not? So that is what is the importance of this secure HTTPS. Now, HTML is hypertext markup language. It is a standard language used to create web pages. XML is extensible markup language. It is also used for structuring data in a way that is both human and machine readable. Like if you are something which is, which can be readable by AI, an artificial intelligence tool. The next term is PDF. Of course, we all use PDFs. It's a very common format. It is a file format used to present your documents in a manner that is, independent of software. You don't need any operating systems. So this is, and also it's very concrete. It's very easy to transfer files and etc. in this format. Then JPEG. I'm sure all of us know what JPEG. I'm sure all of us have heard of use this term, but some of like most of us might not know the full form of it. So PDF is portable document format, and JPEG, which is a image format, is a Joint Photographic Experts Group. Joint Photographic Experts Group. It is an image format that uses lossy compression for digital images. And PNG, portable network graphics. Now this image, what is the difference? Basically, what is the difference between JPEG and PNG files? Is like PNG files are usually used for logos or something that requires, if you want to have a transparent background etc., you choose PNG format compared to, and if you want very high quality like photos etc., photographs and all, you use JPEG. And other type of images like graphics, something like that, you use PNG. Then GIF, graphics interchange format, is of course for a small animated images etc. Small animations, we use GIF, which MP4 is used for the big videos, but GIF is for very small short animations, right? You have your WhatsApp stickers and all that, so it's popping up images, all those are in GIF format. That is graphics interchange format. Now coming to the next abbreviation is RAM, random access memory. I'm sure all of us know what RAM is. That is when you're using your phone and your computer etc., if the RAM is low, what happens is it gets hanged, right? That is, if you have if you are opening multiple tabs or multiple apps in your mobile phone, if you have a small RAM, then that means it gets stuck really fast. So that is why you need to have a good RAM, so that the memory is good, the volatile memory in a computer that is used for temporary storage. Okay, so these are the different abbreviations. There are more. CPU, when you have studied in your smaller classes the parts of a computer, you remember CPU, monitor, keyboard, mouse, etc. So CPU is a central processing unit, or the brain, or the primary component of a computer that executes all the things of a computer. Next is GPU. It is for the graphics processing unit. It is a specialized electronic circuit, mainly for processing of images, videos, games, etc. You use graphics processing unit. Now, OS stands for operating system. Of course, our Windows, Linux are all examples of OS. It is a software that manages a computer hardware. Okay, so if you are purchasing a new laptop or a computer, you need to have an operating system. It may be Windows, it might be Linux, or Apple OS, or any other. SSID is service set identifier. This is usually for to connect to a wireless network. the unique identifier that allows devices or wireless devices to connect to a specific network. So all of your modems and all will have an SSID. So it is a service set identifier. VPN is virtual private network. Now this is like when you have learned the IP address, what is internet protocol address, right? So if you want to have to go to a private something, you want to access something which is very secure or something, a technology, VPN is a technology that allows secure and private communication over a public network. So it is used for remote access to a private network. And in using the VPN and all, you can hide your IP, etc. Now coming to the next one, DNS is domain name system. So the system that translates human readable domain names into the IP addresses. Now domain name is like when you have a website like homescientist.in, this is a domain name. It is the domain. Domain is homescientist.in is a domain. And there is, for each domain, there is a lot of domain name system is there, so that it translates human readable domain names into the IP addresses. That is, it is connecting that into the internet. Okay. Then comes Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, SMTP. So it is mainly the protocol used for sending email messages. Okay. SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. The next one is VoIP, Voice over Internet Protocol. This is for voice communication over the internet when you want to have a video call over your Jio or Airtel connection, that you use VoIP. That is Voice over Internet Protocol. So as I have mentioned earlier, URL is Uniform Resource Locator. It is a unique web address that helps you identify the location of a specific room. Now coming to the next one. So this is a URL. Okay, this is a URL. Now hyperlink is something which is clickable. Any clickable elements on the web pages that allows the user to navigate to other web pages. So what is hyperlink? Basically, if you go to your SMS messages from any site, click on the link below to register. Something like that. So that is called as a, if it is clickable link, that is called as a hypertext. For example, you have a poster in the PDF format, and they will be, it is a poster of a webinar, okay, and they will be given, click here to register, and you click on that blue button or black button or whatever, and if that, when you click it, it leads to some other page or web page, that is that means that that text or that blue button is a hyperlink because it is linked to a web page. Okay. A web page is a single document or a page or of content on the internet, and website is a whole collection of these related pages. For example, homescientist.in has one web page for contacts, one web page for about, something like that, and then there is a whole website. Okay. So your college website might be having different pages, like for faculty one, for library there will be a separate web page, etc. Now coming to the next topic, that is internet versus intranet. What is intranet? Intranet is a private network within an organization that uses internet technology. Meaning, for example, you have in your college or a school, you use the intranet. Okay. There will be communication within the employees, staff, students, etc. And the students and all will have some special email ID with their domain name. For example, if it is, for example, X university. Okay. So the student at X university, you will have a mail ID. Okay. And you log in with that, and you can access your grade, your mark list, your results, etc. And the teachers will have separate accounts, to send assignments, to mark attendance, etc. So intranet is a private network which operates within an organization that uses internet technology. Okay, so what are the main characteristics? It is limited access, only accessible to members within the organization. It could be a company, a college, university, or anything. It is very secure. It is very highly protected by, security measures like firewalls, authentication, encryption and all that. And you should have a, user ID, password, etc. Not everybody can access it. Then it is very company specific. You don't get a lot of content in that. Whatever is relevant to that institution, for example, if it is a college, you will have only the details of the college courses, attendance, etc. Nothing like more than that. This is a collaboration platform. Like, for example, in a college, there might be chance for the different teachers to pool in their notes, etc., on a single platform. So it's easy for sharing notes, videos, etc. Now, what about the internet? Internet is a global network. The entire world uses the internet. Okay. It is a network of networks that connects millions of computers and devices all over the world. And the key characteristics, public access, anybody with an internet connection. And you have an internet service provider, and if you have a connection, definitely you can access the internet. You can go to any site which is open in the internet. So without any restrictions on the geographic location. Only if the internet is barred in some country, then only there is no access. Otherwise, it is open to all. It is publicly accessible content. All the public websites. There is no restriction that is you don't need, for example, if you want to search something in Google, you don't need to have a account or a username or password. But if you want to have an email, then that is different, because that's something which is personal. But if you want to access Google search, you don't need anything of that sort. Then unlimited scope, of course, there is so much of information. There's the information is like, so it is like beyond an ocean, or an infinite information is available. Like there is entertainment, information, the news updates, videos, content, all sorts of businesses, everything happens over the internet. Now, the major differences between intranet and internet, as I have mentioned, the access, intranet is only, it is restricted access, typically within an organization, whereas the internet is open access, available to the public. Content, of course, intranet will be containing only those information which is relevant to that organization, and internet hosts a different type of publicly available content. Security, intranet will be more secure than the internet. Then collaboration. Intranet means it is focused on internal collaboration. There is collaboration between people of that particular organization, whereas internet gives you opportunity to collaborate with anybody in this world. If I want to have a do a research based on something in Japan, I can just contact a scientist in Japan over the internet. I don't need to go there. I can send an email, I can send a message through the internet, and I can get information. So those things, a lot of opportunities are there. Now, purpose, intranet is mostly for internal communication, document sharing among the people in the organization, whereas internet, it gives purpose is immense. You can do anything. You can share, communicate, entertain yourself, do businesses, etc. Now, that's all about internet versus intranet. Now, coming to the different tools, there is email, there are audio conferences, video conferences, etc. Now, coming to the tools used in education, basically we use audio tools and video tools, right? Now, audio conferencing is basically when you are using only multiple participants to have a conversation over the phone simultaneously, a WhatsApp group call. That is a audio conference, right? It is a real-time communication. It happens in a live platform. For example, I am here, you're all there at the same time. Okay, if you are fixed a time for 8 o'clock in the evening, and you have asked them to join at that time, and if your the participants are from different parts of the world, you need to specify your time zone, because they are also going to join at the same time, right? So Indian Standard Time, 8 o'clock, we're going to have an audio conference. So it's all those things. Okay. So advantages, of course, it allows for meetings from people from different locations, reduces the need for travel, saving time, money, all the expenses. It is very good for discussions, brainstorming, decision making. Now, of course, disadvantages of an audio conference, definitely it is only audio only and doesn't have any video cues. Now, requires a stable phone or internet connection. That is the biggest disadvantage. If it is a rural place or a very inaccessible area, and if the internet connection is dropping or it is not good, it is not stable, then there will be a problem. That's all. And video conferencing, just the audio conferencing, the same thing with the video element. So it allows individuals to have a face-to-face meetings. Key features is it's real time. And of course, the participant can see and hear each other. There's an option for screen sharing. The participants can share their screens, just like I'm doing. That is, you can share, you can see the content. I can share my slides. It can have, different visual elements can come together. I can share pictures, images, videos, etc. So advantages is it gives more immersive interactive experience, enables non-verbal cues, body language. I can just give your, I can just on my video and, show you with certain things by, by gestures, etc. It can, of course, enhance communication, reduces the need for physical presence, making remote collaboration effective. I can, collaborate with anybody in any part of the world. And the disadvantages, as I've mentioned in the audio conference, it requires a stable and high-speed internet connection. And there is a, technical issues like video, sound might not be clear, etc. So those are the only disadvantages. Now let's see the different digital initiatives that have been, done by the government of India to promote ICTs. We know that ICTs are very helpful because it allows for so many things, right? There are so many benefits. So what are the different digital initiatives? Now, the first one is National Mission on Education through ICT. So there is something which is called as NMEICT, National Mission on Education through ICT. Please memorize this, National Mission on Education through ICT. It was launched in 2009. This is mainly to leverage ICT in education to bridge the digital divide, to provide quality education to all. So there are different submissions like National Digital Library, virtual labs, e-content development, etc., which comes under this. That is basically, it aims at improving education with the help of ICT. Okay, now let's see what are the different areas, which is there. Swayam, I'm sure I have seen. Okay, I'll just give the slides. Okay, Swayam is a study web of active learning for young aspiring minds. Swayam stands for Study Webs of Active Learning for Young Aspiring Minds. For example, you can expect some question. What is the full form of Swayam? It's just imagine, study webs instead of study webs of active learning. You can, there might be some other type of, full forms can be given. Study wing of active learning for young aspiring minds might be one option, and there might be the second option, a study webs of active learning for young, maybe instead of aspiring some other word, etc. So just remember these terms. Study webs of active learning for young aspiring minds is the full form of Swayam. Now this is an indigenous or a made in India initiative. It is a massive open online course platform. Now we'll be studying about some detail in MOOC. What is MOOC? Stand for Massive Open Online Courses. So this is a portal, a free portal for providing best quality education that can be accessed by anytime, anywhere using the IT system. So there are, you just go to this portal of Swayam, and there are so many types of online courses, very short courses. You can opt for any courses and you can get a certificate also. You just have to go through their study material, attempt the exam, and you get a certificate. It's free. So the concept of massive open online courses involves the online delivery of interactive learning content to a large number of people simultaneously. So you just have to go to their website. They have just shown the website over here. So you just go to the website and there are different course options. You might have, small courses will be there. For example, you're interested in, diet counseling. A small short course will be there. Nutrition for pregnancy, something, a lot of courses are there. So there, classes are given by expert faculty, by the teachers of different universities, etc. They will give video classes, notes, etc. And you can just go and access all this. So this, it shares best quality education with everyone. Now this is, for example, if a teacher from Avinash Lingam University, earlier, only the students of that particular university could hear their classes or listen to their classes. But now through this Swayam portal, anybody can go and share, access the content, okay, through their videos, etc. So that's very good. So it is developed by the Ministry of Human Resource Development, or MHRD, and All India Council for Technical Education, AICTE. So remember all these full forms: All India Council for Technical Education, AICTE. Okay, so it's ultimately capable of hosting 2,000 courses and 8,000 hours of learning, covering school, undergraduate, postgraduate, engineering, law, and other professional courses. There are many courses available. So they are very interactive also. and it is prepared by the best teachers in the country, and it's available free of cost to the students in India. So there are different faculty, like 1,000 specially chosen faculty and teachers from across the country have participated in preparing these courses. So the best type of teachers, you get these courses for free. So that's so great. I'm sure all of you can also try out different courses. It's free. You will learn new things. You can add to your pool of knowledge. The next one is Swayam Prabha. This is an initiative to provide different high quality educational channels through the TV, DTH, or direct to home. DTH stands for direct to home across the length and breadth of the country. Like 24/7, it's there on TV. So it was launched in 2017, 9th of July, by the Honorable President of India in 2017. So the contents are prepared by different agencies like MHR, which comes under the Ministry of Human Resource Development, like IGNOU, IIT, NIOS, NCRT, all these people. So it is also available for anybody to watch. So this is the web page of Swayam Prabha. There are 34 DTH educational channels. Some are related to mechanical engineering, some will be related to IT, some will be related to humanities, etc. The next is National Digital Library. This is another digital initiative by the Government of India. So National Digital Library of India, NDL, is a project that has been entrusted to IIT Kharagpur. So who does this National Digital Library? It is IIT Kharagpur. So this is provide a single video access to learners for different e-content or resources. If you want to have any textbooks on anything, so this, you go to the website ndl.gov.in, you just search for whatever book you want, you might get the content in the PDF format. So it is a national knowledge asset that should become the key driving force for education, innovation and technology. So this is the this is the web page of National Library of India. So you see different types of things are there, like journals, conferences, literature, different fields like science related, humanities related, literature related, law, engineering, all those, for if you want to prepare for your exams like CBSE examinations or any other exams, different types of the matter educational content is available here. Next is eYantra. This is a project for IIT Bombay. Now, earlier one National Digital Library was entrusted to IIT Kharagpur. This is to IIT Bombay. Now, this is for robotics, effective education across engineering colleges in India on embedded systems and robotics. eYantra. Yantra means machines, right? So it helps colleges to set up robotic lab and to make it a part of their curriculum. So all the different colleges come together, they have a collaboration, and they can benefit with this initiative. So all the resources will be available in the eYantra website. Now a very important nice one is virtual lab, vlab.co.in. Now all of you can access this. This is also very interesting. It is an initiative that provides remote access to laboratories in various disciplines of science and engineering. Now if you want to see the protein, in last class, one of the classes I have mentioned about different tests, like tests for carbohydrates, tests for proteins and all. You just go to vlab.co.in. You can see these type of different laboratory experiments. Now this is in our food science and technology. A lot of videos have been uploaded by Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, etc. So there are actually 12 participating institutes: IIT Delhi, Bombay, Madras, Guwahati, Kharagpur, Kanpur, Roorkee, Suratkal, College of Engineering, Pune, Amrita, Dayalbag Educational Institute, Agra IIT Delhi, etc. So these are all the different, whatever experiments they are doing in their own labs, they will just take a video, provide a detailed explanation, and they have uploaded in this site. So anybody who wants to know, like if you want to know how to see the estimation of fat, you just go to VLab, and it's just like how you actually see a demonstration. Okay. So I know there are a lot of things in YouTube, but just see it in the Indian context. There might be some unique experiments which are done here. So all that is available. The next is FOSSEE, Free Library and Open Source Software in Education Project. This is like there are different open source software tools, to improve the quality of education in our country. So different tools are there to, how do you, there are different open source softwares are there, and paid softwares are there. So to help to be most of the time what happens is the paid software is more common than the open source software. Open source software means those are the free softwares which are available, which also have good features. So to provide training to all this, to promote the use of these free softwares, you need to be trained in it, right? So that is what is FOSSEE doing. So you can go through the site fossee.in. So there are different open source softwares, like when you want to to use the software, you might need a minimum training. So that is what FOSSEE does for you. Like for example, MS Office is a paid version. Like if you want to have the what do you say, the Office 365 and also, instead of that, there are other open source softwares like Only Office, etc. So it is something which is it has like Excel, documents, presentations, forms, etc. Then there are certain other like open source software like Nextcloud, Moodles. So Moodle and all is a open source education platform. Okay. Now the next is this also help spoken tutorial. That is also another initiative. That is project helps everyone to learn these open source software. So it is a self-paced multilingual course, ensure that anybody with a computer and a desire of learning can learn from any place. Okay, so this is what is spoken tutorial. And this the good part of spoken tutorial is it comes in not just English, in regional languages also. You can learn these softwares in any language of your choice, Telugu, Kannada, etc. So that's very nice, right? So all the people, even if they are not educated, they don't have a computer and all, just with their mobile phone they can learn different things. The next one is Shodh Shuddhi. Now this is a plagiarism detection software. There are plagiarism is a very important problem. Plagiarism is actually when you have a for example, when you're writing a book, a journal, or anything, it's very important that it's not copied from others. So copying content, intellectual property, copying something from others is called as plagiarism. Okay, plagiarism means you're copying some content from others. For example, when you're writing your MSc thesis, you're copying something, you're just copying and pasting some information from what you saw in the internet. That accounts to plagiarism. So you need to so when you're submitting in online to any journal, what they do is they will mention, please, these article is plagiarized, you can't we'll not be publishing it. So that's what happens. So in order to detect plagiarism, there are different softwares, very expensive softwares are like Turnitin. Then there are different types of software, Grammarly, they have different types of plagiarism detecting software. So in India, there is something called as Shodh Shuddhi, which is a MHR, which is an initiative by the MHRD. So MHRD intends to provide plagiarism detection software to all the universities, to facilitate easy detection. So this is what they do is academic research works, including articles in journals, conference proceedings, chapters in books, thesis, research reports, assignments, etc. So this is called as Shodh Shuddhi, is a plagiarism detection software. Next initiative is Shodh Ganga. Now this is for all the it is a reservoir of thesis, all the PG, PhD thesis. To deposit their thesis, you go to this Shodh Ganga website, you will get thesis of all the universities. Okay, it is open access. You can just go through this Shodh Ganga and you can search and you will get numerous amount of whatever subject you are looking for, you will get the thesis. So the repository has the ability to capture, index, store, and disseminate and preserve these theses which are submitted by the researchers. The next is ARPIT. Now, ARPIT is an annual refresher program in teaching. So this is usually for teachers. All those, lecturers, teachers, etc. They will have an online annual research refresher program. Earlier and all, the teachers should go to some other place and, should go for, maybe one month or, 21 days, etc. for a refresher course. So at the point of time, they need to refresh their, teaching skills and all the information update. You have to update in your field, right? So that is what a refresher course does. So the Ministry of MHRD has officially launched the online annual refresher program that was launched in 2018. Okay. So that, the teachers don't have to go places, and, you just you do it on a MOOC platform using the SWAYAM. So as I've mentioned earlier, MOOC stands for Massive Open Online Courses. It is a new paradigm for education for anyone, anywhere, anytime. That is the motto. Basic philosophy of MOOC is anytime, anyone, anywhere. Anybody can access information. Anybody can learn anything. Now, what are the different quadrants? What are there in MOOCs? First of all, there is e-tutorials are there. High quality video lectures, multimedia instructions, lectures are there. Then e-content is there, study materials in the PDF format or Word format, whatever is there, study notes are available. Then there are discussion forum, web resources, for raising doubts. For example, you can chat and give doubts to your teachers. Then there is, self-assessment. There are MCQs, multiple choice questions, quizzes, assignments, solutions, etc. given. So these are all the different aspects which are covered in the MOOC. So let's see how digital transformation of higher education is done. So first, there are three words, okay? You need to know the difference between three words: digitization, digitalization, and digital transformation. Now, digitization means, for example, you have your textbook. Now, textbook is, if you are that textbook is a hard copy, right? Now, how do you digitize it? You can just scan it and, have an OCR reading. That is, all these things will be converted to the digital form. Okay. And then so that is what is from the hard copy stage to the soft copy, and that to digital information. For example, if you are able to, take the information from that website, from that page, that is called as digitization. Now, digitalization means using digital technologies to transform different operations. Using, digitalization, for example, a government office. Earlier, they used to do it everything in a file format. Okay. That is, they will have different, many files, record books, etc. Instead of that, they are digitalizing it. Means everything is by online. Hospitals, instead of files, they are now doing everything online. That they have also digitalized. So digitalizing means using digital technologies to transform the operations. Whatever institutional operations they are doing, they are digitalizing it. For example, a government office. Just think about the government offices being earlier from file paper to their computer. It is fully digitalized. And digital transformation means it is a series of all these coordinated culture technology that shifts new models, transform the operation strategies, etc. So a complete transformation takes place. For example, if you have a college, they have different, initially they have, digitized their textbooks, etc. Then they have digitalized their operations, whatever, in assignments, attendance, etc. is being taken online. That is called as digitalization. Earlier, the teacher used to call out names, and now the teacher just have to, enter it in the computer on the mobile phone. Then a lot of things have happened, taken place, which leads to a digital transformation. So what are the impacts of ICT on education? Of course, there are a lot of positive impacts. It ensures lifelong learning. Anybody, any grandmother who has never seen school can also learn with the help of a computer or a mobile phone. It enables distance learning. Anybody without the, if I want to learn something from Japan, I can just go to their website, click on a course and do it, right? So a teacher teaching his students through the ICT, even though they are geographically dispersed, and also teaching materials from around the world can be accessed by us, and we can consult many experts. And of course, there are a lot of benefits of ICT for the student. There is increased access. That is, for example, I am taking the class, you are not able to attend it. The recording is available. You can access it anytime. You can access it at night, 10 o'clock. It's okay. The class was taken at 4 p.m., but you want to, you are not free at that time. You are able to access it at 10 o'clock in the night. Then flexibility of content delivery. You can have different types of content. I might give a video, an image, a question, anything through WhatsApp, through YouTube, anywhere. Combination of work and education. Anybody, if you are all working also, there's no issue. You can learn in your free time. There's a learner-centered approach. It's not like it is you are the ones who are deciding what pace you want to go. It's not the teacher who decides. I will not give you, you need to be present at 4 o'clock. It's sharp. No, I will not be there. So it's a higher quality of education, new ways of interaction. And of course, for the governments, they have, increase the capacity and cost effectiveness of education training system, because when it is online, you don't need to pay for a training program. You don't need to book a hall. Expensive, you don't, for example, if you are planning to train some teachers from Tamil Nadu in Delhi, what you have to do, you have to give them the travel allowance, accommodation, etc. The accommodation, travel allowance, you have to book a auditorium, all the speaker, food, so many arrangements need to be made. But if the case is you're, just providing a training online, you don't need to do anything. You just have to give a trainer and they will do it. And that's all. You don't need to worry about travel allowance, dearance allowance, etc. Okay, so it's very easy. So it, of course, it can reach different target groups with limited access to conventional education and training. To support and enhance the quality and relevance of existing educational structures, you can give very relevant data. Just imagine if you have a online class coming up, you can update it to the latest, to the minute. You can make changes. And different educational systems, institutions, everybody can be connected, and collaboration and networks can be done. And there is a lot of opportunities for innovation and lifelong learning. Now let's go to the different differences between the conventional and ICT. Conventional is always mostly teacher-centered learning. The teacher will tell, come to the class at 10 o'clock, stay here till 4 o'clock, do the assignments at this time, etc. But this is student-centered learning. The student might be wanting to learn at 10 o'clock in the night, or maybe 4 o'clock in the morning. The student can decide. And attending lectures or classrooms, that is the conventional forms. They should read text, problems, solving short or lengthy problems, cases, formulate questions, and there might be oral presentation, and the audience will be very small. But in the case of ICT, you can learn from any place. You will get all the up-to-date information. Textbooks, what happened is, it might be the 2019 edition that you are using till now. So it will not be giving you the latest information. But in the case of internet, you have everything which is very up to date. Now you can do a lot of group discussions, case studies, etc. And also, if you want to present something, there is an option to present to a huge, large audience instead of a small one. So these are the different things. So to conclude, ICT and e-learning offers a lot of opportunities to raise the standards in schools, colleges, etc. And there are a large range of ICT tools which are available. And it closes the gap of the digital divide. What is a digital divide? It is people who are not aware of these digital technologies, etc. So this ICTs help to improve this condition. And there are teachers, parents, everybody is important. And of course, the only thing is that the schools and all will need more funding, because to set up instead of blackboard and bench and all, you need computers, you need smart devices, etc. So you need a lot of funding, but it's just a one time what do you say, investment. So after once it is done, it can be used for a long time. So the students like smart classrooms, smart boards, interactive boards, many options are available. So hope it was informative.